Greetings. This is the Ghetto Free Press, and I'm George Boss Rhymes. I'm still in the courtroom down here in Brooks County, Georgia, in the city of Whitman, and in the state of Georgia, and of course in the United States of America. I was just handed a document. This document talks about Sam Olens. And of course he, for the first time in recent memory, a sitting Georgia Attorney General has been sanctioned. On February, a Fulton County Superior Court judge sanctioned Attorney General Sam Olens for hiding evidence in a whistleblowing lawsuit. The Attorney General's office was fined $10,000 and formally reprimanded. This is the Attorney General that banned or had something to do with the Whitman 10 case. And so now we just want to say to you what I've been saying all the time, that it seems like the state of Georgia has its own set of laws. Let me repeat, they have their own set of laws. In other words, they do it the way they want to do it. They change the law when they want to. I was so privileged to get this document while sitting in the courtroom. And I just want to say to you, as I have said before, there is something seriously wrong with this case with the Whitman 10+2. And I believe that Eric Holder of the Justice Department needs to come in and take a look at voting rights, not only in Georgia, but the United States of America. I'm not going to stop because something is definitely wrong. Now, enough on that. We are now finding out today through G.B.R. Special Agent Amy Braswell that there's a great possibility that they have something called selective indictments. That means they are charged some people for violating the law, yet other people that do the same thing, they don't get charged at all. And I think that the question that the judge asked, which I won't mention here, but I'll mention it over the weekend and have it up for Monday, hopefully. And that is, are they selecting people to charge here in Brooks County, Georgia? We had better wake up, y'all. Today is the Whitman 10, but tomorrow it could be you, your children, grandchildren, or coming generations. Now I'm going to, hopefully, let me read something else from this letter. I'm sorry, y'all excuse me. This particular letter here, somebody is calling for Attorney General Sam Olens to pay the $10,000 that was awarded by Superior Court that he paid out of his own pocket. You know what? I'm told that over $3 million have already been charged to the taxpayers in this particular case. And so I preface that with this. Let me correct that. What I'm about to say about the Whitman 10, I prefaced it by mentioning this. Have anybody in Brooks County, the Whitman Free Press, the editor, have they questioned how much money this Whitman 10 case has cost the taxpayers here in Brooks County in the state of Georgia? Is there anybody concerned about that? Now, we all found out that through Special Agent Amy Braswell that Archie, Secretary of State investigator Glenn Archie had something to do with the investigation of the Whitman 10. But when we had this meeting over here at Pastor Avery's church, Pastor Avery Church, that was never published in no news media in South Georgia, the Secretary of State never followed up on that meeting, wherein we had a candidate running for office brought up some problems along with Commissioner Maxwell, along with another female that you've seen so often who says, how much more can a community take? How much more, she cried out. And so when we look at all this stuff that is happening here now in the courtroom, and do you not know that there's a great possibility that the Attorney General by his influence, or maybe the governor by his influence, or maybe the District Attorney, David Miller, or Assistant District Attorney, Brad Shealy, is it possible that their influence are so powerful until there is no news media covering any of this? Look, all these days and not one news media have covered this most important, high-profile voting rights issue, not only in Georgia, but in the United States of America. And I believe that it is a disgrace to all of our men and women in uniform on active duty, to our disabled veterans, to our retired disabled veterans. I think it is a disgrace. Channel 6, Channel 10, Channel 27, MSNBC, yes, with Al Sharpton, yes, Al Sharpton, CNN with Victor Blackwell. Why aren't you here? 60 Minutes, 48 Hours, Dateline, all of them should be here. This is dealing with the foundation of our republic, which is a right to vote, a right of your choice of religion's worship, your right to have freedom of movement. Look, today is Friday, September the 5th. This is the 12th day. And I must admit once again that Judge Gary McCarthy seems to be the most professional, fair judge that has participated in this Quitman 10 plus 2 saga. And I believe that when the people of America look at the transcript for how these Quitman 10 people, number one, were arrested, how the G.B.R. intimidated people, we don't have to ask if they did it now. We have seen, we have heard it on the witness stand that these people in Brooks County have been through so much. And for the Secretary of State not to follow the lead from our voters and from his own investigator, Glenn Archie, is a disgrace in the state of Georgia. It is a disgrace to our form of government. It is a disgrace to the Department of Justice under Eric Holder not to come in here, and for everybody to look at the news media as they turn their head the other way. But I am going to continue this. Clyde Bradley in Atlanta is going to continue this because we just can't stop, y'all. I put 21 years in the United States Armed Forces during the Vietnam War and other conflicts, and I'm just not going to stop. In closing, I want to say to you that I want to thank the young lady that brought me this document just a few minutes ago, and I told her I got to get this up because it needs to be seen to let people know that as high as the Georgia Attorney General's office, we have problems, and for the Quitman 10 to go through all this, it just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. This is the Ghetto Free Press, and I'm George Foster Rhines, doing what I do because I love this nation and I love the people here in Brooks County because this is the place of my birth. And I did not know that this would be going on in 2014. So we must ask a question. Now that the Attorney General, well, we just need to ask just how deep the hole goes. This is the Ghetto Free Press, doing what we do because it must be done. Bye-bye, we're gone.